Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 27. Pretty sure it's 27. Anyway, we left off the last episode with a couple new signings to the company. Get a little bit closer to the microphone here. So yeah, we had a couple new signings, and we were trying to implement them. I didn't really have a lot of plans for them in that last episode, but I think I want to advance. We'll get into the next show here. And I want to try and at least make sure that we are able to try and continue what we were already doing, but at least try and find something for both Mobstar and for... Who's our other signing? I've completely forgotten who we are. Who's our other signing? I'm having like a massive mind blank. No, it wasn't Kirk Jamison. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten. Anyway, I'm going to find something for them to do today. I was going to have some other interesting things happen, but I don't think I really want to do that stuff yet. We're kind of waiting to go into our TV show, and once we actually get on the TV show, I'm going to hopefully throw a few little interesting things out there in regards to us actually kicking off the show. I think I want to... Some big plans, some spoilers here as well. But I want to bring back the CGC world title, and then I want to have a tournament to crown the CGC world champion, and then eventually I want to build towards, preferably on night 2 of Warzone, or potentially we might scrap the 2-night pay-per-view and just go for a 1-night show, and on that show I would like to essentially do a unification match, which is something I've never actually done before. And we've got an injury here, which is strange because I don't think Zeus was injured previously. He's got a cracked tailbone here. I guess he maybe picked it up for Ring. That's the only way I can think he picked up that injury, just That's really unfortunate because he was going to be a big, well, it was for the rest of this month. He was going to be kind of a supporting role for Davis, but after this month, he was going to actually become a main sort of competitor for a storyline I was going to go with. So that's a bit of a problem. It's only going to be for 25 days, so essentially he'll be back by week 2 of February, which is fine. And I guess in some way, we could probably still run with exactly what I was trying to go with before. So I guess in a weird way, that's not actually the worst result in the world. Kind of a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, I guess in a way it's fine, because like I said, he will be back, so not going to be too bad. Anyway, we are working towards trying to get onto pay-per-view, which I think is our next sort of short to medium term goal. We need 5 regions with 35 popularity in Canada. So obviously we've got 3 of them already. We are still trying to get Saskatchewan, and I think, what is the other region? Is it Alberta? I'm not 100% sure, but there is one of the other regions is only on 17 pop at the moment, which is actually our 5th highest, which is good, I guess. I don't know. It's not really good, but in a way, it's not exactly bad either. Now, there are a few things we could do. We could maybe run 1 or 2 shows per month in that region, the whatever's the lowest of the top 5. Doing that in its own right. Ooh, we could go Ricky to Colts. Hold on. We got Ricky to Colts contract coming up. Ooh, Ricky. Slick Rick, eh? He's really, really good. He's 38 years old, though. So, I don't know. Should we just go in for him? Let's just go in. Essentially just to mess with, basically just to mess with CWA. I mean, if we can try and make them up their shows. think that'd be pretty beneficial, to be honest. All right, so he's already got a better offer. What's the rival offer? So 20% signing bonus, merchandise. I'll go 30% and I'll give him a 20% bonus. Still has a better offer. How long is the other one? It's only 2 years. I guess because they're given a $26,000 signing bonus. Let's give him like a $25,000 signing bonus. Now again, I don't actually want to get Rick. Still going with them, despite us offering $3,000 more. Interesting. I guess let's go 27,500. See if that'll. Still has a better offer. I mean, maybe that has something to do with his loyalty, or the fact that he's got creative control. How does he have creative control, man? That is ridiculous. That is insane. Okay, well, essentially, we're never going to get him. But I'm going to put the offer in anyway. Hopefully, CWA might come back with a bigger offer. Have to spend a little bit more money. Alright, so Aussie Goldstein has left ACPW for good. Is perfect. Of course, he is on an exclusive written contract with us. So that's perfect. Anyway, we've got to jump onto Wrestle World here for True Test. We're going to do some more meddling. We got rid of one issue last episode, I think. This one we're going to go back to Original Sinner and Ray Cavallero. But yeah, there's still no effect between the two. Kind of sucks, but I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, let's go to Brampton. We haven't been to Brampton in a while. Anyway, this is the popularity. So we're actually at 19 in Alberta. So I thought we were 17. We're actually 19. So we're only, what, 16 points away? Really not that much. And we're only, what, 8 points away in Saskatchewan. So that's pretty close. We don't really have to worry about that one because it'll go up, I would say, naturally. With us being on Wrestle World. And Alberta, we might want to think about actually running at least one show and sort of just take the brunt of the costs. Because obviously we're getting 16,000 fans for each of these monthly shows. So, of course, we have 4 of them per month. So we're essentially making $100,000 per show that we run. Losing out on $100,000 could be a pretty big hit. But like I said, we're going to be moving to a weekly TV show. So that could also have a great effect. Because you obviously get a much lower attendance for TV show matches. Anyway, for this main event, I think I'm going to go with Mobstar in the main event. I don't think we're going to use Angry Gilmore on this show. But let's have a number 1 contenders match, actually. Let's go Davis Wayne Newton taking on Mobstar. Obviously, there won't be any involvement from Zeus, but should be a really good match. This might actually be our best ever match, potentially. I know Mobstar's, he's got decent popularity, but he does have really good skills. If his top was a little bit higher, he might be able to break our highest ever match rating. Anyway, I also want to grab Angry Gilmore on commentary there. I feel like that'd be pretty decent. Anyway, let's put the rest of the show as well. Let's have a number 1 contenders match, tag team title match. Not sure if we did one in the last episode. I can't remember. But let's go Young and Wasted, and they can take on Doomsday Generation. Yeah, we'll go with them. Of course, we want to keep using Sinner as much as possible. He is getting better. That's a positive as well. All right, so there's their match. Another thing I should be doing is probably be putting our younger, less experienced workers onto the pre-show as well. But I guess that'll be for the future. I do want Charlie Corner to be in a match, so I'll get him to take on Aussie Goldstein. The only thing with this match is it's another loss for Charlie, and he has big morale issues at the moment, so we're definitely going to have to praise him. Let me just double check the main event is by Stones. Yes. This match, is we'll go Stone for this one as well. Okay. Let's grab a 6-man tag. We haven't really done many 6-man tags on the series so far. And in this one, let's go for... Realistically, I'm already using Gilmore. We may as well just put him in a match. And I guess we'll try and team him up with... Let's go not a team. That works out pretty well. So he's going to be working with some younger guys there as well. And I guess they can take on our resident stable here in the company. And yeah, they're going to take on Brothers for Life. We'll give it 12 minutes because I think Gilmore will be able to go 12. And this might actually set up a nice little match potentially on the next show. Actually, this is... Yeah, never mind. This is our second last show. So next show has to be the big end of month pay-per-view. My bad. All right, final match. We'll just go one more singles match here. Don't really know. Oh, Stephen Parker. Yeah, that's who I just couldn't think of. We'll go Stephen Parker. And he can take on, yeah, Blue Dragon. Why not? I like Blue Dragon. I feel like he's actually pretty good. And he will be good in the future. Okay. I wonder if Stones can do another match. Can. Okay, nice. Let's make this the storytelling match. Like I said, it's going to be #1 contenders for the tag titles. And now we need angles. So, I'm going to go Mobstar with an angle. Prior to the main event. I just want to see how well he does. Kind of a test. After the match, though, we're going to go with Gilmore. Going to be another, essentially another confrontation. Speaking a little bit too fast for myself tonight. Confrontation between Davis and Gilmore. Both on entertainment. I think I'll script both of them as well. Give them some success. I think, if I remember correctly, they are together in this storyline, are they not? Maybe they're not. Let's have a look at the storylines for a second. I put Mobstar in there. Yeah, because I was going to get Mobstar to take on Zeus, but... Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really work. Maybe we take Davis out of here. Let's take Davis out of there, and let's add him back into this one. Because this will play out a little bit longer. We're probably going to do a rematch of the tag team match we did at the end of last episode. So yeah, we need to move this angle the end of the show. Then I want an Aussie Goldstein angle. He's probably going to be a little bit upset that he's not really been in the contendership at the moment for the world title. But he will get his chance, and he will actually be one of the competitors that is going to go in for the CGC. Essentially the rebirth of the world title. But like I said, we're gonna have a TV tournament with the final being played out at the March pay-per-view. We're also going to have a few new workers coming in for that tournament specifically as well. Some of which will stay longer, and some of which will probably head back out once the tournament's finished itself. There might only be like 1 or 2 appearance deals, because some of them are going to be quite old. Anyway, what else do we need? Let's go with Stephen Parker angle as well. Probably to start the show off. I'm wondering how much time we actually have. Make that read. There we go. And that's perfect time. 111 minutes. There we go. All right. So I want to worry about the pre-show. Who have we got left? We may as well. Let's go Feel Good Inc. And they can take on Jay Silver. And it's going to go a Sono, but I don't really want to go a Sono. Pepper Pelton. Why not? All right, there we go. And it will give Gary the victory there as well. So that'll be on the pre-show. Been a while since we've done a pre-show match as well. Anyway, let's run it. All right, so we start off with a 45 rated pre-show match where we have Feel Good Inc. defeating Jay Silver and Pepper Pelton in 11:52. We had Gary Walker pinning Jay Silver with a lip service. Pepper Pelton seemed off his game. But it's not too bad. Not too bad for a pre-show. All right, so we then start off the main show with a 64 rated angle here from Stephen Parker, who I think is going to do pretty good things here in the company. And as you can see, improvising well throughout the segment, and of course is also getting better his gimmick as well. Got a bit of a throwaway match, but it's actually pretty good. Get a 60 rated opening match, and we have the newly joined member of our roster in Stephen Parker defeating Blue Dragon in 11:49 by pinfall with a future shock. 64 in-ring there for Stephen Parker. And a decent little 36 there as well from Blue Dragon. So he's done well. He's definitely done well. All right, we then go into a 62 rated match, 6-man tag match. We have Angry Gilmore and Not a Team. Of course, James Diaz, Jack Pride. And they defeat Brothers for Life in Marco Gonzalez, Luis Frost, and Ray Cavallero in 11:32 when Angry Gilmore pinned Ray with an anger management. Then, as you'd expect, Luis was the weak link in the match. Okay. It's a pretty good match, to be fair. Not too bad. Moving into our next angle, where we get a 70. Even with Aussie Goldstein not doing too well without a script to follow in this one. Like I said, he's kind of he's frustrated. He sees a lot of, new workers coming into what is essentially, the company that he built. He was here before Davis. He's done a lot of good work. He was sort of the first big name Canadian wrestler to actually be brought into the company. Former world champion as well. And he's recently signed an exclusive written contract, but he feels like he's on the outer when it comes to the world championship. Then he has a match which gets another pretty good rating. We get a 63 here. Aussie Goldstein defeating Charlie Corner in 12:29 by pinfall with a golden shower. A nice little 68 in-ring performance there as well from Aussie Goldstein. So he's still doing well. He's doing about as well as he kind of needs to be. A little bit better performer at the moment than Stephen Parker as well. We then go into a 55 rated tag team match. Of course, number one contendership on the line. We have Young and Wasted defeating Doomsday Generation in 12:19 when Brett Kyle pinned Wicked Lester with a shooting star press. Of course, Young and Wasted now becoming the tag team number one contenders. Will take on the Rock City Stars on the next show. All right, we then go into a 67 rated angle here from Mobster. Not too bad, really not too bad. But basically comes out, just says that he's just looking to beat people up. Really, that's kind of the reason why he's here. He's not here to win titles. He's just here to cause some damage and to essentially run through the roster and just try and beat up everybody that he sees. Essentially, he says that he likes Angry Gilmore's aggression, sees him as somewhat of an ally. And basically says to Gilmore that he doesn't have to be worried about him as a competitor for the world title. Is he telling the truth? Perhaps. Or perhaps it's all a bit of a ploy to get a little bit closer to the world champion. Anyway, he's in a number one contenders match, and I think that's our best ever match rating as well. I said this one had the potential to beat it. And we did. We get an 83 rated match. We have Davis Wayne Newton defeating Mobster in 20 minutes, 25 seconds by pinfall with a fisherman's suplex. And yeah, Mobster with an in-ring of 69. And then we had Davis with a 79. And of course, pretty sure all of our best ever matches, like the top three, 100% have the GOAT, Davis Wayne Newton, in the match. So he's back here again. And just basically doing what he does best. Putting on absolute top quality matches. And yeah, of course we've got the angle afterwards, which that's a pretty good rating. We get an 87. Of course, Angry Gilmore, he's we kind of getting a little bit used to him getting these really good angles, but to see Davis in there as well, and it was scripted as well. Usually Gilmore's really good promos are non-scripted. This was scripted between the both of them on Entertainment. And it gets an 87. And of course, Angry Gilmore basically confronts his new number one contender, the man he took the title off, essentially, back at the season, the season finale, back in December of week 4. In that, was it a 5-way? I think it ended up being a 4-way, didn't it? Yeah, I think it was a 4-way, because I think Goldstein was the one that missed out. Anyway, finish the show. We get a 74 rated show, so it's a really good show. I mean, we've done better. But that was quality. And we had an 83 rated main event match there. And again, increasing our popularity in 18 regions, which is perfect. Anyway, we're going to praise Charlie Corner, Ray Cavallero, and then I think I might go Jay Silver. Purely for the fact that I like Jay Silver. So there we go. Alright, so hopefully, so Charlie Corner was happy there. Now if he's happy, hopefully what will happen is he'll go back down to just normal morale issues. Possibly minor, but I don't think there's going to be a jump from big down to minor. Anyway, we get 157,000 viewers there for True Test. Not too bad. And we're now over the $2 million mark. I think we have a lot more expenses to go, but that's pretty good to see. And we're also up to 63 popularity in Ontario, and then we have 40 in Manitoba and Quebec as well. Alberta, finally up to 20. That's a positive. Definitely a positive there. Very happy with that. And yeah, Charlie's gone back to just normal morale issues there as well. And I think Ray is down to minor. So that's not too bad. Okay. It leaves me a little bit happier. Yeah, so up next is Victory, which is our January pay-per-view, as you can see there. And it's been a while since we've done this pay-per-view. Obviously, it's been a year. But in that year, I mean, if I go back here, our last Victory pay-per-view, we got a 54 rated show. So we just got 20 points above that. So I'm kind of expecting pretty big things, if I'm being honest. We have a decent chance to do something special on this one as well. And of course, we're going to have the rematch between Gilmore and Davis Wayne Newton there as well. So overall, I think it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good main event as well. Obviously, with the injury to Zeus, there's going to be no shenanigans. So it's going to be a clean match, hopefully with a decisive finish. I think we will go with a decisive finish as well. Now, the one other thing I was kind of thinking about doing was for us to do to get a new road agent. Now, I kind of want to do that. We might get rid of Art Reed, and obviously we'll have to essentially keep Alexander Robinson, because he's the character, the owner, and the player, or the avatar that we play as. So he'll stick around. He'll be essentially our new Art Reed, for lack of a better term. Our sort of second road agent that doesn't really do too much, and kind of is more focused on the mid card, I would say, probably even the lower mid card as well. I would like to get a decent road agent, someone with about 90 psychology as a minimum, and then pretty good experience and reputation as well. And I've got a few names in mind for this tournament. I have no idea what I'm going to call it. We probably won't actually call it anything. But essentially what I'll do is I'll actually use the tournament feature that is built into to TEW 2020. Didn't really get to use it too much, which is it's unfortunate that I didn't get to use it on the BCG series, but I mean, it actually would have been easier for me to use it on the BCG series, the whole group stage that we had there. I would have essentially been able to just put the names into the groups, and then have the game essentially figure out who was versing each other on what day. And instead, I did all that manually in my head, And let's just say it took me a couple of hours to work out. And, yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable, but it kind of went for too long, in my opinion. I think it went for like 15 shows, which I don't think is really that bad considering how long the G1 is in real life. But all in all, I mean, it was a good experience because I've never actually done one of those in a series before. Okay, so he's yeah, Ricky DeCoult's obviously signed, and I don't think he actually was renegotiated with. So there we go. Doesn't really matter. All right, looks like Byron's been inducted into the EWA Hall of Fame. Okay, so let's just get into victory. Let's get into victory. After this month, I might look at doing something else as well. Now, I talked about it probably a long time ago, but I want to get a dojo, and that might be the title of this episode, potentially. Well, I'll have to wait and see. But after this show, we're going to look at dojos and try and at least have a look and see, you know, how much it's going to be, what type of level we'll want to get as well. Anyway, let's go Zeus and James Diaz. Yes, okay, that worked. Perfect. They now only have simmering tension. That's good. Their dislike of each other is now gone. So for this show, we always like to run in Toronto for the end of month pay-per-views. All right, let's book the main event. So we need Gilmore taking on Davis, Wayne Newton once again. What's Gilmore's popularity? 78 popularity. It's going to be really hard to take this title off him in the future. I mean, spoilers, but yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult. And of course, he's essentially only getting worse. So let's just say that his stamina is still falling. What am I going back in there for? Okay, so there's the main event. I think we'll probably just do an Angry Gilmore angle prior to that. Okay, what do we want to do next? I think I want to... I guess we can just book the tag team title match. So go the Rock City Stars, Young and Wasted. Nice and easy. Let's give him 16. I want to give him a little bit of time. Coalition tag team titles on the line. But unfortunately, it's not going to be a very successful day there for Young and Wasted. And we can also do a nice slow build there, I think. I think these boys have good enough, yeah. Rock City Stars have good enough psychology to pull off a slow build, even though it's going to be scripted. Next match, let's go for... Go Diaz and, where is he? Mobstar. Of course, remember, Mobstar essentially just wants to come in and beat people up. He's targeting James Diaz at the moment. And I think what we're going to do with him is essentially have him just run through like all the younger members of the roster, just essentially like a... I don't want to say... I was going to say Minoru Suzuki, but again, Suzuki doesn't exactly wrestle with the young lions. He kind of just beats the crap out of them. So it's in a similar vein to that, except they're actually having a match against him as opposed to just being beaten up. Anyway, the next match we're going to go with Goldstein taking on Gonzalez. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to go with Yuta Osono taking on Goldstein instead. And we are indeed going to give Goldstein a victory here as well. I'm trying to bring him up a little bit more. I want his popularity to go above 70. And we're only at, what, 50... Where is he? 59. So, he's got a little bit more work to do. Or a lot more work to do, really. We need storytelling. We need another tag match as well. Who are we going to go with this one? Let's go Stephen Parker. And we can team him up with Jack Pride, maybe? Sure. And then let's go with Red, White, and Blue. Sure. Of course, Parker just recently took on Blue Dragons. So this match kind of makes sense. Americana having Blue Dragons back. Of course, his tag team partner. I think I'll put that one there, and then we'll make this the storytelling match as well. And then what we can do with them is we can have a pretty good angle with Stephen Parker and Primetime Jack Pride. Let's go both of them together. We'll go scripted, just because. And then I think we'll go with Deanna Desire and Yujiro Sono together as well. And we'll script both of them as well. That'll kick us off. Actually, we'll go Art Reed. That's fine. And then, of course, a little bit further down, we do need to have an Angry Gilmore angle. Preferably, yeah, I think just by himself. That's fine. See if he can get that 100. Actually, maybe we'll go Davis, but we'll go off screen. And we'll give some success there for Gilmore as well. So one of these is going to have to be changed. That's already Art Reed. Okay, let's go this one. I'm not really too fussed about it. I just I want Gilmore's angle to have the best road agent possible. That'll go there. We got 6 minutes left, so what I'll do is I'll give Mobstar 6 minutes. We'll script him as well. And I think, yeah, it's gonna have to be Art Reed on this one, unfortunately, but there we go. Okay. It actually looks like a really good show. I feel like these singles matches are very, very high quality. So Diaz, Mobstar, obviously Gilmore, Davis, Wayne, and then of course Sono and Goldstein. So looking pretty decent. All right, let's run the show. I was going to do a pre-show, but there's no point. Let's just get straight into it, and we start off with a 57 rated angle here from Deanna Desire and her boyfriend / client, Yujiro Sono. Of course, they are dating in the game, so it all makes sense. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hopefully it'll start to get Utah a little bit more overness. Obviously, the goal behind giving him a manager and some more airtime. He's in a pretty good match. We get a 60 match rating for our opening contest, where we have Aussie Goldstein defeating Yujiro Sono in 12:09 by pinfall with a golden shower. Yeah, really good match. As a plane flies over my house. Anyway, it's a 60. I mean, it's a good match. We get a 70 in ring from Goldstein there. Anyway, we then move into a 63 rated angle between Stephen Parker and Primetime Jack Pride. And yeah, Stephen Parker, he likes Jack Pride. He sees something of himself in the youngster Jack Pride. Or Stephen Parker, very formidable wrestler, especially a little bit earlier in his career. This match, not so good. I thought this might have been a little bit better, but we get a 45 where we have Stephen Parker and Primetime Jack Pride defeating Red, White, and Blue in 11:40 when Primetime Jack Pride pinned Americana with a Pride fall. And we got Stephen Parker carrying the match. Thought it might have got it above a 50, to be honest, but understandable. I mean, these two are both very young, and obviously Americana, he's not so good. He's not so over as well. Anyway, we then go into a 63 rated angle. Another one of Mobstar's, you know, I'm about to beat James Diaz. I beat him up. You know, he's going to get the special treatment from a real mobstar, a real gangster. And he's going to essentially show him how it's done on the streets. And of course, Diaz, he's a bit of a monster, but is he a street fighter? Probably not. The match is pretty good. We get a 61, so the highest match on the show so far. And we do have Mobstar defeating James Diaz in 11:31 by pinfall with a flattener DDT. Both of them actually performing pretty well. 64 for Mobstar and a nice 62 there from James Diaz, our boy. All right, we then go into the tag team title match, getting a 64. So I'd like to see that I like to see some nice progression through the matches here. We do have the Rock City Stars defeating Young and Wasted in 15:59, and Stan Manor pinned Taylor Norton with a rock and roller, and the Rock City Stars make defense number 1 of the CWC Coalition Tag Team titles. That's a good match. Very solid, actually, from both teams. Oh my goodness. Taylor Norton with a 65 and Brett Kyle with a 62. Wow. It might be time to get these boys onto some exclusive written contracts as well. Especially Taylor. Taylor is definitely the star of the two. He looks really, really good at the moment. Actually outperforming Diaz. I know they do get a specialist bonus for being a tag team, but even still, that's very impressive. Very impressive. Anyway, we then go into a 97 rated angle from Angry Gilmore. And he defeats... Sorry. Or essentially calling out the main event. I thought the main event got a 97 for some reason. Anyway, this is his angle. And of course, he's calling out Davis Wayne Newton. And says there's no way he's going to win the title off him. You know, he lost his opportunity when he was the number 1 contender. Gilmore did. But then managed to beat, 3 other guys, including Davis Wayne, to win the title. And the main event equals our best ever match rating. We get an 83. And very interesting. Because as you can see down here, Angry Gilmore was really off his game. So essentially this match would have been higher, possibly. Pretty crazy to think. Anyway, we've got Angry Gilmore defeating Davis Wayne Newton in 20 minutes, 8 seconds by pinfall with an anger management, and Angry Gilmore making defense number 1 of the CWC World title. Okay, so there we go. That's a pretty solid show. We actually get a 75 for this show. I think it was probably the angle there, the 97. That's allowed us to go up 1 point on the last show. So that's actually pretty good. Who do we need to praise? I don't really think I used anybody that I actually needed to praise in this one. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'll go Asono. I think I'll go Taylor Norton for sure. And I think I might go Blue Dragon as well. Like I said, I like Blue Dragon. I think he's going to have a decent little career here as well. Very happy to have essentially picked him up. All right, so like I said, we're going to have a look at dojos. I'm just going to have a sip of water here. All right, so let's have a look here. We've got viewing figures, almost 165,000 there. So that's really decent. Very happy about that. Again, we've still got our morale issues. But like I said, I literally didn't use any of these guys, so it's fine. Tag title prestige up to a 40. I think it's actually been there for a while. We're up to a 45, so that's definitely gone up 1 point. I'm very happy with that. I think there was also some way to... I think title is considered an achievement. I think I had to turn that off. I think now that I've turned that off, it might actually call it the world title. Possibly. I mean, it says it there now, the history of the world title. So yeah, hopefully that'll be fixed. And you'll actually see that properly going forward. It's kind of looking like we made a decent amount of money that month as well. So let's advance one day. And I essentially just want to see our profit, and then we'll have a look at the dojo system. Because I would like to get a dojo. Now, I'm really not sure how we're going to go about the dojo itself. Because you can do... Your intakes can be sporadic. So you'll still get like three dojo picks, but they'll come at different times throughout the year. Or you can just set it so it comes in at one specific time. TCW drew 61,000 fans. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's pretty hilarious. Look at that main event. Aaron Andrews defeating Big Cat Brandon in a dog collar match to retain the TCW World Heavyweight title. Getting a 95, that's pretty insane. And then you got a first blood match here as well. Velocidad defeating Ernest Youngman in a 99 rated match as well. Yeah, pretty crazy. I just thought the dog collar match there is pretty hilarious. Anyway, size, again, we're up another point across all the regions here. At least the main ones anyway. So we're up to 64 pop in Ontario now. So we've definitely given ourselves a little bit of breathing room. We're 5 points above the required popularity for medium. As you can see, we made 544,000 for the month of January. Obviously, we essentially had 2.5 million in the bank, but it obviously didn't take into account the miscellaneous cost there as well. But I think tax gets charged at the end of the month as well. There we go. Anyway, merchandise, we're up to 56%. It's going really slow. I mean, we're still in rapid fashion, but as you can see, it's only 4% of progress each week. So it's taken a while. Anyway, investments. New training facility. Now, we could go for a performance center. Well, we obviously couldn't really go for a performance center because we essentially can't afford one. But that's fine. What we can do is get a dojo. Now, bare bones only costs $50,000. Both the training and facility level will begin at 10%. And of course, running costs are only going to be $750. Low costs $100,000. Training level begins at 30%. Facilities at 20%. And we get a $5,500 per month cost per month setup fee. I don't know. Not a setup fee. I don't know what I'm talking about. This to be set up. I think we're going to go with medium. Actually, there's such a big jump from medium to high. I mean, high is double the price of medium, but your training level's at 70%, and the facilities are at 60%, as opposed to the 50% and then the 40% facilities for medium there. So I think we're going to just go with high. It's only one below state of the art, so yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to go with high. And this is what I was talking about. So graduation can be fluid, where it'll essentially just happen when it happens throughout a year, and then of course you can actually choose which month. Now, for the sake of the series, I think we'll just go fluid, because I don't really want to know when the dojo graduates are going to come to me, if that makes sense. I feel like it's a little bit more exciting if the graduates come themselves. Anyway, we're going to call it the Coalition Dojo. As you know, it makes sense, the Coalition. And yeah, as you can see, also, don't expect any dojo graduates anytime soon. We do have to wait 12 months, as that is the minimum time it'll take to recruit new students and train them up. So there we go. 500,000. We're back to 1.5 million. And it's a pretty big cost, but it's going to be worth it. And again, we're making 500,000 per month. So we're only essentially being set back 1 month. So I'm not too worried about that. Now, the one thing I do want to do, let's have a look. Where is the developmental? Not developmental. Where are we? Training facilities. Okay, so here is the upgrading screen. Yeah. Interesting. You can actually disable graduations. Interesting. I never actually knew you could do that. Really? We get 6 per year. I mean, that seems pretty insane, actually. Yeah. I thought it was only going to be about 4, but yeah, 6 it is. Okay. All right, well, with that said, we're going to Actually, let's go a road agent. I think we'll only do probably one more show because I don't want this episode to go too long. So let me reset here, and let's search for a road agent. We'll book one more show, and we'll finish the episode. So I think I want a minimum of 90 psychology. Obviously, want a road agent. Can work in Canada to hire. Don't really care if it's a woman or a man. But we do. Oh, you can't actually. Oh, you can. So I think we want 90 experience and 90 let's see if we can get someone with all 90s here. 90 reputation as well. Alright, so we've got Ed Monton, who is the ACPW road agent. Very funny. It would be great to actually sign him. And then we've got Sam Keith as well. Now, we're not going to be able to actually sign Sam. Well, we can, but it's only going to be a handshake deal. Of course, he owns Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, so he's not going to be able to come to us. I think we just go for Ed on an exclusive contract. How much is it? He's going to be expensive. I mean, that's $33,000 as opposed to $500 per show. You know what? We're just going to go... I mean, can I chuck in a nice ironclad clause there for a handshake deal? Probably not. So it'll be ongoing events and A shows. We might be able to get that lower, actually. Try 400 there. He'll want travel, so we'll have to do that. Yeah, I thought we wouldn't be able to do ironclad, but that's fine. He wants higher merchandise, which is perfectly fine as well. Probably going to want 25, yep. Alright. And he's going to take 400. Can we go lower? Like, about 350. He's literally, yeah. We already offered 400. But still, $400 for that quality of road agent. Pretty good. Pretty good. Might be one of the reasons why ACPW's shows are so good, essentially. Why they are, as good as they are. Anyway, this is our creative meeting. Angry Gilmore number 1, Davis number 2, Goldstein number 3. Next big things hasn't changed. I don't think Hot Prospects has changed at all. I don't think anything's really changed. Showstoppers has. Both Mobstar and Stephen Parker are both on Showstoppers. Ring Generals, we've got Mobstar in at number 2. Who's hot? Nobody's on Who's Not. That's interesting. And then we've got these guys. Who's Porkchop? I've never seen this guy before. How interesting. He's actually quite good. He's actually quite good. Really good psychology, really good charisma, really good entertainment stats overall. Unfortunately, he's more of a hardcore wrestler, but I mean, with 32 brawling, we could probably get him over. He wouldn't actually need that much work, to be honest, and he could get over really easily. Porkchop Patterson, eh? It's also his rookie year. It looks like he's an actual set to debut worker as well. All right, Porkchop Patterson, welcome to the company, I guess. I mean, the real question is, do I go an exclusive written deal on him? I kind of like him. I'm not going to lie. I really do like him. It's going to be expensive though if we decide to go for this. It's going to be 15K. Similar to Diaz. You know what? We don't have to go 15K. That's the thing. Hold on. Let me go back. Let's just get him on a handshake deal. It's going to be extremely cheap. Let me just do this first. If we want to get him on a 10-year contract, if he develops a little bit more, then we can do that. So let's not worry about it too much, because I think we'd be better off getting Taylor Norton and Brett Kyle onto exclusive written contracts before, a random worker with zero popularity in Canada. So I think that's probably a better option. I mean, Papa Swole, obviously, a lot of you guys are probably pretty familiar with him. I want to bring him in as well at some stage. Really good star quality, really good charisma. I mean, 90 basics there as well. You know, incredible to see. Needs a lot of work on psychology. He's basically a happy version of Malik Chamberlain, basically. I was going to bring Swole in to actually be Chamberlain's tag team partner. And the only thing with this guy is, does work for New York City, does work for GSW. So, while he does have low popularity, the potential for a high, a high cost, contract battle against those other two companies, it potentially could happen. I saw this guy as well when I was looking through off camera. He looks okay, good star quality, but he's got a prickly personality. I don't know, just not really my sort of kettle of fish, if you want to use a bit of an Australian saying there. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the last show of the episode. All right, so yeah, I talked about my plans. So the CGC World Title going to be coming in, sort of as like a heritage world title. And then, like I said, think of it as like we have obviously the CWC title is like the WWE title, and then you've got the CGC World title, which is essentially the World Heavyweight title from WCW. And then obviously we're going to put them together, essentially unify them, so we'd have the, unified title. Do I want to rename the title? Possibly. We might call it the Unified World title. What is up with these injuries? Stephen Parker sustaining a broken toe. Who does he work for? GSW and L-Ring, surprisingly. Is the company that Zeus broke his, what was it? What did he break? His tailbone. Cracked tailbone. Luckily, Parker's is only 5 days, so I guess they're both going to miss this show. And I think Zeus will miss the next show as well by 1 day. But that's perfectly fine. Anyway, once again, onto WrestleWorld. Do some more meddling here. What are we going to go with? Should we just... I'm just going to try Zeus and Diaz again, to be fair. No effect. But luckily, it did not backfire, so... Anyway, Mississauga's going to be our region for tonight. And don't really know what I want to do for the main event here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of star power, actually. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to do a triple threat. I know it's called Championship Bout, but there's probably going to be no title matches on this show. But our main event is going to be a triple threat number 1 contenders match. It's going to be Aussie Goldstein getting an opportunity. He's been essentially crying out for an opportunity recently. And then we're then going to go with Mobster, who is obviously undefeated since coming in. And then finally, you guessed it, Davis Wayne Newton going to come in. 20 minutes. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. What is Mobstar's popularity? Has it gone up? I mean, it went up 5 points from last month. So that's pretty good. What about Goldstein's? Still 59. That's 1 point. I mean, it's not great. And then I'm not sure about Davis. He might have not gone up at all, to be honest. Yeah, he didn't go up at all. But then again, he did lose, so... Yeah, it's perfectly fine. And, yeah, we're going to make our boy, the new boy, Mobstar, pick up the victory there. Like I said, he essentially just wants to beat people. He doesn't really care about everything else that's going on. And he just wants to beat people up. And he's done just that, beating 2 people up in the 1 match. And now finds himself as that number 1 contender. Alright, next match. Let's go for Los Hermanos 3. And they can take on Feel Good Inc. Gonna get to see Marco in the flesh. Haven't seen him this episode. Actually, no, we did. It was in the 6-man tag. Up next, we'll go with... I think I want to go with Gilmore, but I don't know who I want him to verse. Maybe Sinner, but I really don't want to botch. Maybe Silver. Have we done Silver? Him and Silver yet? I don't think we have. Oh, we have. That was back in... I think that was when he was ring rusty. So... I want to do this again. I do like Jay Silver. I've said it many, many times. Especially recently. And I am clicking all kinds of things right now. Okay. Alright, it's going to be decisive. There we go. Okay. That's essentially what I was looking for that whole time. Up next, let's go another 6-man tag. For this one, let's go Doomsday Generation teaming up with... It doesn't even matter, really. Let's go for Leo Caddy. Why not? And they can take on Not a Team, and they can be partnered by Charlie Corner. Gonna pick up a... We'll give Charlie the victory. Yeah. We'll praise him again. Hopefully, we'll actually be able to get rid of the morale issues. Can also be our storytelling match. And finally, we'll do one more singles match. Let's go for Americana, and he can take on Sono. I think we've done this match many times as well before, have we? No, we haven't. Not really. They had a tag team match together, but that's pretty much it. And then we want to give a Sono a victory there as well, just to essentially bring him back a little bit after that loss at the end of month pay-per-view. Again, we'll give him another angle there. So, for the main event, I think we'll go Davis. Actually, let's just go all three. Let's go all three. So Goldstein and Mobstar. All on entertainment. We'll script all three of them as well. Give them 8 minutes. Robinson to Road Agent, and we will advance the... I guess we'll advance the Power of Zeus because both Mobstar and Davis are in that one. So it's a pretty easy storyline to advance there. Then I think I want to go for an angry Gilmore angle. Basically just him saying that he's the best champion, as you'd expect. He says it very angrily though. Let's just make a point that he does that. Up next, we want Deanna Desire. There we go. And Yutara Sono. I'll just mess it up again. Okay, there we go. I think we'll script both of them again because they did actually perform pretty well. That'll go there. What else do we need? How much time? We've got probably one more angle left. I might just go with... Oh, we could go... Let's go for our boys. Let's go for Gary and Zippy. Haven't really been used too much this episode, but there we go. And that'll advance the tag title storyline. Perfect. Okay. That needs to be from Art Reed. There we go. Okay, where are we at? Bang. Bang. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's run that show. Alright, so we start off with a 58 rated angle, so it's about the same. I think they got a 57 on the last show there. But yeah, Deanna Desire, Yutara Sono, and basically Deanna's putting Yuta over. And of course, Yuta, he does a little bit of talking. You know, he's a little bit entertaining. Obviously very charismatic. His match gets a 55, where we have Yutara Sono defeating Americana in 12:01 by pinfall with an Sono face melter. It's a really good match. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought maybe Americana might drag that down, you know, a little bit, like below a 50, but 55, that's kind of perfect. All right, we then go into a 52 rated match, which is also a lot better than I kind of thought it would be. But yeah, got Charlie Corner and Not a Team defeating Leo Caddy LeBlanc and Doomsday Generation in 12:02 when Charlie Corner pinned Leo Caddy with a corner cutter. And yeah, Diaz head and shoulders above everybody else in the match. And of course, Original Sinner was really off his game. Pretty standard stuff there. We then move into a 100 rated angle here from Angry Gilmore. I mean, what else is there to say? He is by far the GOAT in regards to angles. I don't think Davis is obviously so much better in the ring. When it comes to angles, I feel like Gilmore is getting a 100 rated angle basically every other angle. I feel like he might get like an 80, and then the next angle will be 100, and then it'll drop back down, come back up. Obviously, came across well, working the crowd well as well. This is what he does. He bangs out 100s. He's very angry, and he's very talented. His match getting a 60 rating here as well. We have Angry Gilmore defeating Jay Silver in 10:02 by pinfall with a sky-high elbow. And yeah, Angry Gilmore with a 70 in-ring performance. And Jay Silver was really off his game, only getting a 22. So yeah, Gilmore essentially lifting Jay Silver up and literally putting him down into a good match. Yeah, really, really good stuff there from our champion. Very, very happy with that. All right, so we then go into a 65 rated angle from Feel Good Inc. Of course, we haven't seen too much of them this episode. They did have the pre-show match on the first show on the episode. But yeah, Zippy was superb without a script. Their tag team match, it does okay. We get a 57. But unfortunately, we have Los Hermanos 3 defeating Feel Good Inc. in 11:40 when Marco Gonzalez pinned Gary Walker with a DDT. So yeah, let's just say that Feel Good Inc. They felt really good when they won the tag titles. However, their dream kind of came crashing down, burning and crashing down into rubble, and their dreams are essentially shattered on the ground. And yeah, let's just say Gary Walker's not very happy at the moment in this sort of relationship. He's putting on a smile, but I think he would rather be tagging with his monkey friend in his picture there than he would be with tagging with Zippy anymore. Anyway, got Ray Cavallero also off his game, but he actually performed pretty well with a 46 in-ring. We then go into a 74 rated angle for our 3 competitors in the number 1 contenders main event. 74 is not too bad considering it was scripted, and 2 of these members are not as popular as Davis, so it's okay. It's okay. And the main, oh my goodness. Oh my god. That is a match, ladies and gentlemen. That is a match. We get an 87 rated main event. 87. I thought the 83s were good this episode, but an 87, we get a blue rated match. And we have Mobstar defeating Ozzy Goldstein and Davis Wayne Newton in 2017 when Mobstar pinned Ozzy Goldstein with a flattener DDT. And yeah, Davis carrying the match with an 85. We then had a 75 from Goldstein and a 66 there from Mobstar as well. But my god, what a match. Incredible stuff. It really is. That is top level. I wasn't really expecting to be getting, 87s, freshly up from medium size. Anyway, it's going to be a good show. I just wish we didn't have this penalty, because then it would show a true reflection of how good this show actually was. Anyway, we get a 78, which I think is our best. I'm pretty sure it's our best ever show rating as well. So that's crazy. But that 87 rated match, that is something else, man. That really is something else. Anyway, we're going to go with Charlie Corner Ray Cavallero. And who else? Oh, Jay Silver. Yeah. I knew there was a reason why I used him. Even though he only got a 22 win ring. But yeah, he has minor morale issues as well. Anyway, it's been a solid episode, guys. It's been a really good episode. I mean, pretty much every main event has been top notch. All right, so here's Porkchop Patterson. We're still waiting for Ed Monton. I mean, I wonder how good the match could have been with Ed Monton in there as the road agent. Would have been pretty good, I would imagine. Would have been pretty good. As you can see, we are up to 65 popularity in Ontario now. 42 in Quebec, 41 in Manitoba. I don't think I've ever seen them. I mean, maybe they have been like earlier in the series, but I don't really remember them being different numbers before. Anyway, we're up to 30 in Saskatchewan, so only 5 points away for that region to get up to the level required for the pay-per-view broadcaster. And then we're only waiting on Alberta, so I mean, Alberta's going to come. I just don't want to have to be essentially 14 shows away. I want to try and just gain as much popularity as quickly as possible, but I know that I should just be patient, keep running the shows. We're already, being broadcasted on TV, well, essentially on the internet through WrestleWorld, but I would just love to get a pay-per-view broadcaster because the money that would roll in, of course, essentially, I don't know if it would work. Let me have a look here. We want to go for Canada One Choice. Now, they already have CWA. They might not want to negotiate with us, but I don't really see why they wouldn't, essentially. We don't have any relationship or negative relationship with CWA at the moment. So I don't think that'd be an issue. Only going to be an issue if they only want one company, which could be a possibility. Now, if we miss out on them, it would suck because they're medium, coverage. We would then have to go onto U-Demand, which is fine. If you look at it this way, TCW are on U-Demand. Queens of America, American Wrestling, QAW, they've got a pay-per-view broadcaster in Canada. That seems insane. Hold on, I want to go check them out for a second. Of course, we got the new women's series coming out very soon in the future. Potentially could already be out. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, so here we are. Okay. Let's have a look at them for a second. Events and TV. Oh, that's only going to show us that. I wanted to. There's no way to see broadcasters, is there? I don't think there is anymore. I might be wrong. Okay, so they ended their run with WrestleWorld, went off the air for, well, essentially one day, not even a day, and then they went on to OnDem. So they're on OnDem for their TV show. They've also got a pay-per-view deal in the US. Let me actually go through the American broadcasters really quick. I know some of you guys probably aren't that interested, but some of you might be, and I'm pretty interested in what as well, to be fair. Let's go through here pretty quick and just see if we can see any QAW. There's OnDem, so that's their TV show. Do they have any US? They do. They're on U-Demand. 40 pop in 8 regions in America. Dude, how much money do they have? Hold on. 7 million? Oh man. They've taken off. I don't think I've ever seen something like this, to be honest. 85 rated main event. I mean, their show's not actually that good, which is interesting. I think it has a lot to do with their angles. What's their, I mean, what's their price? I could literally spend heaps of time just looking through their whole company. Anyways, that's going to be it for the episode, guys. Please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Of course, wanted to say thank you for 1,500 subscribers. I was about to say 1,500. Almost said 150,000. But anyway, 1,500 subs. Really appreciate it, guys. Hopefully the next 500 to 2K will be a little bit quicker. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I think once we hit 2K, I might hit you with a nice little real life video, maybe like a gym video of me doing some deadlifts and some other stuff. But that's 2K once we get up to there. Anyways, like I said, thank you for watching, guys. As always, take it easy and goodbye.